Viewer discretion is advised, people. Be warned that by playing this game you run the risk of death due to an erection-induced brain lesion. Your blood will boil and turn into a one big clot. You will experience multiple orgasms, none of which will be voluntary. This game is so great that if the developer of this masterpiece showed at my doorstep buck naked with a blowjob demand, I'd be on my knees performing a secret spiral suck technique called the Slurpy Dragon of the Third Age before he could finish his first sentence.
I could suck a dick, it wouldn't even be gay. So, like, I don't have any problem with that. It's not even one of those things. It's just,
Jokes aside, it's Saturday, and I'm sitting here trying to write a script to pray, and I failed miserably to fit everything I have to say in a 20-minute segment, so I put it into a drawer with all the other projects I haven't finished, and that left me without a game to review. So I joined a Discord chat with my friends to unwind and rethink the video schedule, and one of them is playing something weird. Made in the most babushka part of the Khrushchevka since the perestroika. Russian, solo dev, early access game. VOIN. There's a term Slawsky, a subgenre of subpar games produced in the post-USSR space. I propose a new term, Slavpaw. The same idea as Slawjank, but the game is actually crap beyond all belief. If Shadow Warrior was a filthy half game, underdeveloped at every point, this is the exact opposite. A majestic first-person slasher or hack and slash whatever. That's face-meltingly amazing. If this game had a slogan, it'd be, what if yes? Or more appropriately, what if da? But enough sweet talk, let's just play the thing. So I hop into the first Slavpaw game in existence, feeling I'm about to play some mediocre slasher, and it kinda shows how low my expectations were set. Lower than the bottom of the barrel. And the intro sequence is deceptively normal, so the creamy goodness caught me by surprise. After a single droplet of exposition, you dive into a cave exploration. First sword, first enemies, and first impressions are tame. Light and medium and heavy attacks, dashes, parries, it all felt normal. No fall damage is welcome, but other than one of the most satisfying weapon impacts of any game, it all felt well known. Yes, it's executed well, but none of it felt enough at that point. Oh no, this game wears the skin of a sheep, and the wolf beneath is great and terrifying. The thing that is apparent from the very start is art style. This game has swagger, a uniqueness of presentation I've yet to see in any other game. Everything is robust, bold, snappy, eye-catching. You've seen a skill tree before, you have seen a world map before, you've run headfirst into the invisible wall before, you've teleported before, and yet it all feels fresh and weird in a good way. Like, for example, in any other game, a floating sphere made out of gold would look like dog shit and feel out of place, because come on, it's a sphere with 3 textures, like how can you make it fit in an otherwise detailed world and make it feel nice? No, it's other TP sphere indicators, its subtle sound, the particles, the animation of teledashing, slight bob and weave of the sphere. What if sphere? Yes. Well, put simply, everything is familiar, but twisted just enough to be unique and captivating. Very early on, the game hits you over the head with its stunning views. In general, location design is fucking insane. To think that this has been done by one single person is just nuts. But you can more than clearly see the direction, the meticulous polish that comes from the dedication to a singular vision. Every tiny polygon of this map is done with love and attention. Stunning, absolutely stunning. The effect of darkness, the fog, the color palette. I've played this thing for more than 40 hours at this point, but for example, this view of the cave still drops my jaw down. Currently, there are 3 available locations. The nice castle with bastard catacombs, a big castle with bastard sex dungeon, and canonical depiction of Russian beach. First one is your baby clothes kind of place. You outgrow enemies of this location in about 3 hours. Second is an experience in endurance with underground cave that you should have zero problem with as long as you paid attention. And the third one is a simulation of running away from a literal communistic pig before Comrade Suka revokes your Polmiani privileges and shoves you into a gulag with Alexei the Molester. If there ever was going to be a critique of this game, last location is too big. That's all I'm going to say. And looks aren't the only thing that catches the eye, or should I say, engages the banana brain. One thing I can say with certainty, this is the best feeling combat of any first-person slasher there is. The way weapons drag when they pass through an enemy, the just right ragdolling, enough to convince me that I'm built like 2-ton brick shithouse, but not enough to make it comical and unbelievable. The sounds of collision, the blood spatter. I have to admit, beginning 2 hours or so was scary to me by these impacts. Each slash felt alive, each bash of hammer like one of those hydraulic press videos. My Unga Bunga ape brain got triggered every single time like bing bong wham. You go through your first location, you get your first level ups, pile of items, weird points, and suddenly discover the fact that this is an RPG. And it's time to talk about the core. This game is a first-person slasher. It has open-world style explorable locations with secrets, offshoots, side quests, and other interactable content. And it's a Souls-like, and a roguelike, or extraction slasher. Man, I don't fucking know how to describe this. You play as Ivan the Vanquisher, dropped into this world to cleanse it from Otrots. Your game loop is kick-ass, get loot, go back to upgrade, kick-ass some more, get more loot, go back to upgrade, and so on and so forth. But mechanically speaking, we have a lot to unwrap. So, step by step then, alright? You have a straightforward inventory system, 6 dedicated slots for various equipment, 4 are trinkets that affect all kind of stats from jump height, status effect application, on-hit effects, and all sorts of miscellaneous crap. The other 2 slots are weapon of choice and a heart of choice. Latter one requires a little more explanation. In battle, you will get hit. Each hit taken drains 1 health container. Simple. Heart selected dictates one of 2 things. Either you get some sort of buff based on the amount of health containers that are still full, or rules for health replenishment. Regeneration on hit, temporary hearts, amount of available health containers, damage mitigation, and plenty of other effects. But arguably most important part is weapon of choice. This is your swing stick. This is a convoluted part of the game, so hang in there. Each item can be leveled up, augmented, and exalted. Exalting is the easiest one. You spend souls called Ichor in this game and upgrade any item for a flat percentage buff for its passive effect. This also increases pressure level that determines the price and the chance to fail the upgrade. Augmented further by, well, you get it, augment. There are 2 types of augmentation. Prime and lesser augments. Prime augments allow you to transfer a passive effect of another item of same category onto a selected item. Found cool flaming swords but want to keep playing with your freezing mace? A what if flaming freezing mace?
Yes.
Lesser augments are flat buffs to the stats of a character. These are universal and are the same for every item, anything from crit chance to luck to damage buff, but unlocking them is another issue entirely. To unlock lesser augments, you have to level the weapon up by using it in battle or by getting the copy of it from an enemy or a chest. Leveling the item up gives you 1 point of augmentation and gives the item 1 point experience. Experience points are used to unlock lesser augmentation of a particular weapon. Augmentation points can be used to augment any item with any primary augmentation that is available to the character. There are up to 2 prime augments per item, capping at level 14 of exaltation. So 1 item is technically 3 items. And get this, the more prime augments you've unlocked for an item, the cheaper it is to exalt and the higher the chance of it. So item upgrade is an investment. You have to actively play with it equipped to level it up so you can unlock and upgrade lesser and prime augments so it becomes cheaper to exalt, so you can exalt it to unlock augmentation slot to further modify your items. This might seem to be needlessly complicated, and it is, but the result of it is shit ton of synergy between items. The only limit for your build is your imagination. Here are my favorite builds.
That's kind of small.
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit!
For the sake of briefness, I won't bore you with every build I've conjured. Okay, maybe one, but shush. Just understand that this game gives you an assortment of blunt and sharp objects, and then proceeds to ask you to break it and be as rough as you want, and don't think about the consequences. And the end result is that, till the very end, I never got bored of this combat. This game has two different difficulty sliders. You'd ask, Johnny, but there are 3 sliders on the screen. No, there are actually 4. Fuck you. The other one is in the menu, adjustable at any point in the game, the speed slider. And even this is done superbly. I'd say that this game has no difficulty. It's easy to make a broken, undying build that is capable of doing so much damage, it's actually impossible to lose. But then why 4 different sliders? In my opinion, they only affect the feeling you get slashing the fuck out of your foes. Less speed means you can now play with parrying in mind and perform picture-perfect dodges, be a nimble slab of concrete. Playing like this is like playing Track Crash Simulator, where you get to be the truck and enemies are the simulated pedestrians. More speed and you have to do the line before you go because fighting becomes an incomprehensible barrage of bullshit. At any speed there are weapons that are kinda meant for that exact thing. For fuck's sake, the very concept of inventory exists on a spectrum in this game. Enemy count, amount, and strength reflect your favorite ability set more than anything else. Oh holy shit, did I really spend 10 minutes yapping about the core mechanics and didn't mention the weapon active abilities? There are total 8 ability sets and 4 weapon types. Each has 3 abilities with a wide range of damage flavors. You got your movement tag that can throw you out of bounds of the boss arena. Your a mega bullshit whirlwind of death that slaps so hard I think I spent 10 hours using only this, your ranged throwable skills, and even AoE staggers. And you can play one set fits all kind of game where you just use one weapon and max the shit out of it. Or you can actually make several choices and use a whole range of wonky abilities, swapping mid-fight from the Bell slapstick psychotic axeman to a budget Arthas cosplay. That's actually something I wish was different. There are only 2 selectable equipment presets, and I wish I had like 5 at least, so I could clown on enemies with more style. Anyhow, the slower the game settings are and less enemies there are, the more I tend to stick to the maces and daggers, and speedier it gets, the more I start exploiting freezing field and sheer bullshit of the Bell build. Get your access to level 14 exaltation, put the death knell in internal due to prime augments on them, upgrade the tibia to level 16, screeching necklet mortal heart, combined with the ring of arcane retribution augmented by weakling, and polish it all up with rune of thunder with gathering storm on it. If you chain your skills correctly, you'll get about 6 seconds of invulnerability. On top of that, every heavy attack you will summon a grave bell that can be hit up to 5 times. So you just kinda... I'd make this whole video a montage, but yeah, anyway, time to wrap up the... Oh, my 15-hour AFK farm is done. I feel like if you've stayed this far and haven't yet bought this game, you have made a mistake. For 10 bucks, this is the cheapest crack there is. It's a game that's easy to learn, easy to master, and easy to break. It's trivial for me to shit on anything, even games I like I can critique beyond belief. Blood West has a world that feels larger than it is and has a substantial exploration troubles. Half-Life has spongy enemies, and I still don't like On Rail. Even in Black Mesa, it's fucking pisses me off. Children of the Sun is too short, and at times can be linear and therefore boring. But here, I'm lost for words. This is one of the best, if not the best game I've played all year. No critique of mine will sound fair, it all sounds like petty bullshit to me in comparison to how well this thing runs, how great it is to play, and how impressive that is that it has been made by a single dude. Yeah, bugs, but bitch, this is an early access, extremely well done at that. And one more thing, this game is fun to watch. Far fucking better to play. Trust my word, I undersold how great this game is. My friend gave it to me on Saturday evening. Tuesday morning, I had 27 hours logged into this masterpiece. If you like this kind of FPS, give this thing a try. Just buy it, play it, enjoy it. See you next time, back in the West.